Hello, I'm back at it again, at Krispy Kreme, but without the Krispy Kreme. We're going into trial now. The final trial for this incident, to figure out who killed Robert Hammond. Here we go. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. War! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
Is that a thing that can happen? Whatever, I'm no expert.
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
I never got to cover electricity in my physics class, junior year. You know, the whole thing with the global panoramic kind of threw all that off. I probably said that already. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd shoot you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge?
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Oh yeah, pal! Oh, there goes Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? 600,000 volts. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Damn right you are. Let's get to it. December 28th, 10 a.m. I didn't eat breakfast. I woke up an hour ago, rolled out of bed, and decided to get recording. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution... I didn't think he was going to say anything. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In today's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Has he, though? Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. I mean, Gumshoe said it took all night to find him, so it sounds like he was running from the feds. Sounds like running from the cops is what he was doing. Sorry, I heard someone moving around and it scared me. I think that's probably just my sister. It's not someone coming up the stairs, at least. Why I left quick. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. Are you? But I wasn't running away or nothing. Were you? I, went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Does it? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Okay, so let me do a quick review of the evidence that we have. Okay, we have the bullet, we have the incident photo, we have, check this. An elevator was actually completed at the time of incident that was found on the scene. Page 37, for bailiff trapped in elevator with the Edgeworth's memory lost. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh. So that's probably where the name for the parrot comes from. We have the parrot itself, the metal detector, pistol. Yep. Wait, I was leaving yesterday like I did. Just press on everything. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Oh my god, I hate you. I hate Von Karma so much. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. I wasn't running away or nothing. Sure. Then why did you leave? I was just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone's talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Yeah, it's my job to cause a ruckus and be a problem. Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why did you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see. You got lost. Likely story. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. No one's gonna believe that. The judge immediately believes it. Oh. Go back. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yup, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Gah. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible. Glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. I call bullshit. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho. Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. It's Gregory Edgeworth. He never died. Neither did Hammond. No, Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. I pronounce it differently every time I say it. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. See, I made a joke some time ago about the caretaker having burned off all his fingerprints, and then had to stop myself and be like, was that a spoiler? Technically, yes, it was. What? What? No fingerprints? New year, new me, you know? He burned off all his fingerprints. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff. Yep. Every single one. All 10 of them. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Use like a DNA test or whatever. A hair follicle? You know? Test the hair follicle. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. I'm the protagonist. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
What is it, Nick?
No, you're not going to... Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Just as a huge fuck you. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. It was your idea. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Why are you worried about me cross-examining the parrot, eh? Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Yes, I'm aware. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, I'm doing it. Absolutely. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Look at her. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. Your Honor, it's a parrot. Must be hurt. It must be hurt. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello, squawk. You have to say her name first. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. Okay, now it's my cat causing problems. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What do I say?
Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk. Don't forget the L6, squawk. get Polly to say that here, I will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, Squawk. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, Squawk. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? He did rig the parrot. Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Good thing I checked the file before going into this. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. Declaring that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. And show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is all the way over here. The DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? There's 3 pages. Von Karma, there's 3 pages. And you're calling it a large file? There's 3 pages. Whatever. Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Oh, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? He has a granddaughter? Sorry, I know I went silent for an awful long time there, but I'm trying. I'm thinking too hard about this, sorry. It's hard for me to bring up questions about this without mentioning things about the second game in this series. I know it's a little far ahead, but whatever. He's only 7 years old! Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. We're gonna find that. Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence. Oh, the safe number! I remember now. Right, but what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Okay, let me check the case file again. Okay, so it's in case summary, got it. Okay, yeah, because the number for the safe was 1228, which matches December 28th, which was the day of the murder. So what's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Well, let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228! 1228! My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does, Your Honor. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? You really glossed over some major details here, buddy. Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Well, you see, if we go back to this case file, DL6 case file, what is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The Case summary. Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. You sure that's information you want to be giving up freely in the court? This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? He's saying he's fed up with your shit, Von Karma. Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Ah, the music kicked back in. That's how you know it's getting serious. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. Ah, it's okay. Oh, there he is. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Well, that was easy. On Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There were a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you were cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Again, who's raining down this confetti? Who's doing that? Is it just falling from the ceiling? They have like a hole in the ceiling, a trapdoor that just opens up and the confetti falls down. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edward is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh. What do I do? We will... make this decision next time. I'm gonna try to do the next part all in one episode, which it may end up being longer than the usual videos, but that it should be fine. It's no big deal. It'll just take longer to like render and upload, that's all. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave this one. We've determined Yogi killed Hammond. Next up, we're gonna clear up the mystery of the death of Gregory Edgeworth. So, see you then.